Hello there. This is Dr. Mark DeBrinket, and I am with Irene Baxberg. And today is December 11th, 2019. And she's a little emotional today because she just saw her brain map after, I think it was about 17 months of wearing the socks and the insoles and the patch and Vox technology 24/7. So let's go ahead and share the screen because we have some really exciting stuff to share with everybody. So what we're seeing here on the left was 17 months ago with her tech on. When I showed her the map of her baseline before she even had the socks on, it was entirely red. Every aspect of the brain was red, and we had a very difficult time actually getting her map done because the shaking was so tremendous. As soon as she took her tech off, she would shake so violently that it looked like she was going to hurt herself, but also I just couldn't get a good clean signal on the brain when she was shaking so much. So we literally recorded like 5 minutes of brain mapping in order to get about 10 seconds of good clean recording initially. Then we put the tech on, and it was like all the chaos went away. It was an absolute miracle. And we understand why she wasn't shaking and feeling that way when the tech was on. And took it off, and immediately she started shaking again. So the image we're seeing on the left side of the screen here is with her tech on. This was the best that she could do 17 months ago. And then the image on the right was today with her tech on. And with her tech off, didn't look a whole lot different than it does now. Maybe just a little bit more color in it, but for the majority, 90% of her brain is gray. Gray here is normal. When we see the brain turn yellow, it means it's 2 times too fast. And when we see it red, it's 4 times too fast. Now you might think to yourself, hey, having a faster brain means I'm smarter, right? No, it doesn't. It's bombarding those signals so fast, it's confusing it, and it's making it get very frustrated when it's not understanding what you're trying to say or what you're trying to share information wise. So imagine being in a very crowded room and trying to talk to one person, but you're hearing like every fifth word. And it's like, it's so important that I hear what you're saying, but I just can't. It's really challenging. That's somebody with the brain and the cortex all red. On the other side of the equation, if it were to be all blue, this is just taking really long time to respond and to feel anything. They're pretty much numb and just aren't really thinking anything, okay? And so we want, ideally, the brain to be all gray. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of move these around so you can see the extent. We have much better visualizations now with the new software than we did a year and a half ago. But back here is cortex, and this is the cerebellum. This is the part of the brain that allows all motor function. So we know why she was shaking so much. This thing was just lit up, okay? And so all of her muscles were just jumping all over the place. Now,
Sorry.
now we come back here and we could see under much greater control, even even with no red in there, obviously she's not sitting here shaking. She can literally take the tech off herself now and go about 20 hours before it starts to fall apart again. And so inside the brain, we have all these fibers that make up what we call diffuse tensor imaging. And these are just the pathways that you're sending information from part A to part B in the brain. So in this scenario, the blue fibers are connecting front to back, green top to bottom, and then the reds are right to left. And so you're getting an idea of how many fibers there are. Let's go ahead and match it on this side, and we can see how many fibers there are. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is take away all the healthy ones and only show you the ones that are not healthy. So ideally, there shouldn't be any lines left, okay, when your brain is super healthy. Again, 4 times too fast, dark blue is 4 times too slow. And then we come over here and say, well, how much of that change has been permanent now? So this is tremendous. Remember, red is 4 times. So the majority of all the red is gone. We can clearly see through the image now. And we
Wow.
see the white behind it. We're over here. You weren't getting past it. This was so thick of fibers that were offline. Now we're just dealing with a handful. And the longer you keep wearing this, the more and more of these fibers disappear, and we see eventually no fibers left. Okay. Now we can do neurofeedback training and change that in a month, but look at what a year and a half did as far as this is permanent change. There's no difference here. You got the tech on before, the tech on now. So the only difference is what's healed.
Wow.
Okay. So what we're looking at here is strictly information flow. This is how fast and how efficiently do you get information from point A to point B. Now, if we come up here and look at coherence, this is how well do you share information throughout the brain and throughout the network. So a network needs to send information to every other part of the network. So again, we see especially frontal cortex, super busy, very thick, a lot of blue lines. But watch this, we have something called lagged coherence. And this is how long can you actually sustain that focus and attention for. And I get much more concerned when I see reds and blues than all red or all blue. Because here, you were very unpredictable.
Right.
Okay, on how you were going to feel or how you were going to behave. Okay. Now when we looked at your lag coherence,
Wow.
that is just, that's two different people completely. It's awesome.
Now I'm going to laugh because it's amazing. I mean, wow.
The good thing is it's going to keep getting better, better and better.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing you in another year. Let's find out how long it took to get it all right.
Oh my God. There's no breath.